Welcome back to the Armchair Meddler, where I review news videos, usually of a sensational nature, and I give you my opinion. Even though you didn't ask for my opinion, that's what makes me the Armchair Meddler. So let's see, what video do we have today? Man beats up thief after catching him trying to steal massive truck. Okay, so before we get started, I want to remind you that I have not watched this video beforehand, so I will be experiencing it along with you for the very first time. But before we do that, make sure you're subscribed and also press that like button. Now let's not delay, let's get into the video.
Crime alert tonight, police arresting a man accused of stealing a transport truck from a gas station.
Witnesses rushing in to tackle the thief, and it's all caught on camera. Local 10's Hatzel Vela is live in Medley with more. Hatzel.
Nicole Calvin, this happened in broad daylight, 10:30 this morning at this Pilot gas station here in Medley, which, as you can see, is popular with truckers. This is a truck stop, and that's what this trucker was doing out here, getting some gas, goes inside, then realizes his truck is being stolen. That's when he and others jump in to stop him.
The initial call was a violent male who was taking a truck.
And now the video tells the story. You first see two men approaching the passenger side of the blue car transport truck. A closer look, you see the truck trying to drive off, the man following along. In this shot, the two men hanging by the door. Then, at this point, they manage to get the driver out. And once on the ground, they start pummeling him. You can hear the screams. The man being beat, police say, was the man trying to steal the truck, now arrested and identified as...
Whoa, okay, so at first I was watching that, I didn't know what was going on. I thought that it was the driver, the operator of the truck who was being dragged out and beaten. Because, yeah, I just felt like, man, they gave him a pretty vicious beatdown, the guy who was trying to steal this truck. So yeah, that was pretty intense. I'm sure he regrets trying to steal that truck now.
Son Gonzalez Caceres. Others honking their horns. Up close, the beating continues.
I mean, okay, so at this point, it's just crazy because that guy in the black shirt, he's doing a ground and pound on this alleged thief, the guy who was trying to steal the truck. Man, this truck driver apparently was very pissed off. I don't know the guy in the pink top, whatever that is. I don't know what his relation to all this is. I don't know. Maybe they were both driving the truck, but man, that truck thief, yeah, he tried to jack the wrong truck here.
The beating continues. Police say it all started at this Pilot Travel Center. Around 10:30 this morning, the owner of the blue car transport truck was inside the gas station when he realized his truck was being stolen. Police say 24-year-old Gonzalez Caceres tried to ram other cars as he was trying to make his getaway. But again, the video shows he wasn't able to get too far after the owner of the truck took matters literally into his own hands.
They were able to zip tie his hands and zip tie his knees.
But the lesson here, police say, do not leave your valuables unlocked and be careful who you confront.
Something that where your life is not...
You know what the lesson should be to this thief? Don't try to steal a truck because you don't know who you're going to face when you try to steal that truck. Because this guy he literally got the stuffing beat out of him.
In immediate danger, don't put yourself in immediate danger.
And so Gonzalez Caceres now facing several charges, among them armed robbery and aggravated battery. So what happens to the victims in this case who were involved in that brutal beatdown? At this point, police telling us they have not decided. For now, reporting live in Medley.
Dude, they have not decided. First of all, there should be no charges against the operators of this truck for giving that guy a beatdown. I'm sorry, but this guy, whatever, the thief, the suspected thief, he tried to steal that truck, and guess what? He faced the consequences. So the guy, it didn't look like when they took his mugshot like the guy was beaten up that badly. But hey, you try to steal a truck like this or a vehicle like this, guess what? The consequences that you're going to face there on the street are unpredictable. You take your chances, okay? That should be the lesson. There should be no charges against these guys who administered the beating to him. So anyhow, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Armchair Meddler. Once again, make sure you're subscribed and also press that like button.